I think there's some real problems with the AirPods. And from what I can tell, really no one is talking about it. Well, except for this one channel, but we'll get to that. Recently, I found myself in need of a new pair of earbuds. And right from jump, I decided that I did not want AirPods because there's been a few issues, or rather annoyances, that were enough to make me want to turn away from the brand altogether. So, why in the end did I still get a pair of Apple AirPod Pro 2s, second generation with USB-C? Anyway, let's go. The first thing that really drives me nuts is the deterioration of the ear detection sensor. When you first get your Apple AirPods, it's great. You open the case, you stick them in your ear, you hear the little sound, and they wake up. It's fantastic. But over time, this functionality gets more and more sporadic, even getting to the point where you stick them in your ear, hoping to hear that sound in enough time to catch a phone call, and no such luck.
Damn.
Or even worse yet is the dreaded,
hey, hold on a sec. I'm trying to get my headphones to wake up. Are you there? Can you hear me? What's up, man?
And as for the second issue, they don't last. I've owned multiple pairs of AirPods, and I've been through this process at least 3 times over again. And generally, I get about 18 to 22 months out of a pair. Now, I was watching a video from this channel called Future Proof, and they were addressing this exact issue of AirPod lifespan. As you may have guessed it, Future Proof is the one channel that I've seen talking about this issue, and actually several other negatives with the Apple AirPods. If you want to check that video out, I'll put that video up here. But there were many people in the comments claiming their AirPods have lasted 3 years with daily usage and are still going strong.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
And I'm just saying, that hasn't at all been my experience. Now, I'm sure usage patterns and charging habits can greatly affect lifespan. And if you were to Google, how long do AirPods last? You'd see something like this.
Come on, man. Like, bro.
Since everything that we read on the internet is exactly accurate and factual, and
Then everybody believe it as soon as they say it. I don't believe it.
even if you were to believe that, you'd see the low end of that estimate at 2 years is not really so far from the estimate that I gave of 18 to 22 months. So now understand that the restraints of the lithium ion batteries in something so small, it's gonna have a limited lifespan. But either way, that makes the AirPods a very disposable item. I think it just really behooves us as the consumer to be aware of that. After my most recent pair of earbuds died, I found myself in the market for a new pair of earbuds. And so I began the process of buying and trying out buds and ultimately returning them, much to my wife's chagrin. I tried out, but not limited to, the Beats Studio Buds Plus, and just no. I also tried out the Nothing Ear, which weren't bad. And honestly, I may have stopped there, but the case felt a little fragile. And at this point, the YouTube algorithm decided to get involved, serving up videos from many of the usual suspects, talking about how great the Apple AirPods are. After checking out several of these videos, I started to get a little bit of fear of missing out. And I really had to know what all of the hype was about, so I did it. I went ahead and I bought a pair of Apple AirPod Pro 2s, second generation. And a short time after getting them and just opening the package and trying them out for just a couple minutes, and I already knew I'd made the right decision. So what was it that convinced me the AirPod Pros were the ones? It was specifically 3 things that convinced me, and they all revolve around functionality. The first of which was the transparency mode. The transparency mode is actually really great. I like to walk a lot while I wear my AirPods, and I also like to remain aware of what's happening around me. And the AirPods do a great job of pumping in ambient noise. And if you're not listening to whatever's coming through the headphones too loudly, you can still very well hear what is happening around you. And the next thing is, and maybe this one should be obvious, is the active noise cancellation. The active noise cancellation here is really great and actually very useful. It does a really great job of eliminating or at least reducing any type of droning sounds. It does a really great job of deadening those sounds and isolating whatever is playing through the headphones so that you can have a pleasant listening experience. And it does all of this without really giving you that pop or pressure in your ears. It's actually so good, it's almost trippy. Now for the things that really got me right away. And that's the combination of the adaptive transparency, which can regulate the sounds of the environment around you. Imagine a loud motorcycle whizzing by or the blaring of police sirens. The AirPods will take these sounds and lower the volume, not only protecting your ears, but lessening the shock of the moment while still allowing you to maintain awareness of what is happening around you. Really cool. And the conversation awareness senses you talking and automatically lowers the volume in the buds. And if not already, switches into transparency mode so that you can have a conversation without having to remove the buds. At the end of the conversation, or at least if it's been a while since you've last spoken, it automatically returns to the previous mode and raises the volume back to where it was. It's not perfect, but it's still a great function and surprisingly useful, especially for just exchanging a couple of quick words. Ultimately, it's the features that made the Apple AirPods Pro 2 work for me. I didn't touch on everything about these buds because I didn't want to go through every single feature, but trust me, there's a lot more. And I really just wanted to focus on the major selling points that made them work for me and the reasons I think they would be useful for the vast majority of people. Now, many of these features may be available on other brands. That I can't speak to, but what I can speak to is how well these features work in the Apple AirPods Pro. And I'm going to enjoy them, at least for now, and for probably about the next 18 months. Thanks a bunch for watching. Thanks for rocking with me until now, and until the next one, fitness and beer. Get out of here.